at MacGuffin Reviews. Spoiler warning. The Blood of Heroes, 1989, aka The Salute of the Jugger. Yeah, two titles. Two good titles. I think I like The Blood of Heroes though. So this is another Rutger Hauer movie, and we have action, sci-fi, and sport. Now, Rutger Hauer, 80s legend, and I suppose 90s legend too. He's yeah, he went strong for a good while. But R.I.P. Rutger, he's not with us anymore. Now, our director and writer here is David Webb Peoples, and he also wrote the screenplay for Blade Runner. So we have that connection there. Rutger Hauer was in Blade Runner as well, and also in Ladyhawke, which David Peoples wrote the screenplay for. Now, with this movie, we have a Mad Max type movie. We have post-apocalyptic, far into the future. There's civilization is just a mess. There's that type of world. Where things are not good in the future, and this feels like a spin-off of Mad Max, or a, sad to say, it's like a fan-made sort of Mad Max type film, and but didn't succeed that well. David Peoples also wrote Leviathan, Unforgiven, 12 Monkeys, and Soldier with Kurt Russell. And this was one of the only movies he directed. And yeah, I think his writing might be better than his directing. This for me, yeah, I was disappointed with this. It was a rewatch. I watched this a long time ago. I was hoping to sort of find a hidden gem again, or just just excited to watch this again, and hopefully discover something new about it, or something I missed, because I never had a love for this movie. But look, it's great to watch Rutger Hauer in whatever he's in. He's always worth the money. Now, Rutger Hauer plays Sallow, and he leads a group of juggers who go from shanty town to shanty town, playing their game. Uh, what's their game called? Oh, it's a sort of it's a cross between, they play it with a dog's head, and it's sort of like an American football type thing, rugby, that type of game, just bashing lads out of it, and But reminds me of American Gladiators. If that was a show back, when was it? 90s, early 90s. So it's got that feel to it. Maybe the American Gladiators got the idea for their game from this movie. So we have our characters playing. They get to a shanty town and they play whatever team is there, and probably survive on any money they get, or whatever they get, that winnings they get from whatever game they play. We also find out about Sallow that he has been banished from playing in the league, the Jugger League, and he he was kicked out because he has some sort of romance with one of the head guys on one of the team bosses, or something like that. I think it might be Lord Vile, played by Hugh Keys Byrne. Now, that name might sound familiar to you, because Hugh Keys Byrne was also in the first Mad Max movie as the bad guy, Toe Cutter, and George Miller got him back for Mad Max Fury Road as Immortan Joe. So There's the Mad Max connection again. We also okay. Let's talk about Rutger Hauer first of all, our star of the show here. Blade Runner, as I mentioned, Lady Hawk, The Hitcher, great movie. I really love that movie. Very good. Sin City, Hobo with a Shotgun, Nighthawks, Blind Fury, Split Second, Batman Begins, to name but a few. Yeah, he's got that presence. He's got that. Uh, just when he's a bad guy, he's a very scary bad guy. He's great as a bad guy. He's got that sort of look of you just don't know what he's thinking. And yeah, he can also go hero as well. So he can go the two roles. Yeah, he's got those good and bad sides to him. Also, this is Joan Chen, who plays Kida, and she joins the team, and she wants to go to the leagues, and she's got high hopes. She wants to, she's very good at playing this sort of this. She's got her position in the team is of getting the dog skull onto the spike, and you have to be really fast and agile. And Salo sees that she's good at this. Well, one of their team gets injured, and he brings her in to take over from the player that's injured. Now, Joan Chen, she's done a mountain of 80s TV. Twin Peaks is one of the shows she did. You may have seen her in The Last Emperor, Heaven and Earth, On Deadly Ground, Judge Dredd, Lust, Caution, and Ava. So yeah, she's had a great career and a lot of memorable roles. We also have Anna Katrina as Big Simber. She was in The Game, The Dictator, and Star Trek, the reboot. Also in this is Vincent D'Onofrio as young Gar, and you may have seen him in Full Metal Jacket, The Cell, Men in Black, and Daredevil, the TV show. Also on the team is Delroy Lindo, who plays Mabulu, and he was also in Get Shorty, The Five Bloods, The Core, Malcolm X, The Harder They Fall, and two of those are very good Netflix movies. The Five Bloods and The Harder They Fall. One's a western and one's a sort of war drama movie. Check them out. And we have, as I said, Hugh Keysburn as Lord Vile. We meet when they get to the city. There's underground cities, and it takes a really long time to go down in an elevator to get there. And eventually, Kida breaks Salo down to go back to the league and take on the league and see can they, beat one of the teams in the league. And so yeah, that's where we get to in this movie. Our team eventually deciding to go and do that, and Salo. Yeah, I think he's inspired by Kida, and he wants to get a bit of payback on Lord Vile because he's been one of the best players that there was at this game, and now he's sort of kicked out to just roam the wastelands. And yeah, the game's very brutal, and we hear there's only 9 remaining cities left, and yeah, so we learn a lot about the world that this game takes place in, and what else? Yeah, one thing to mention is with this is there's the director, the cinematographer in this is David Egby, and he also shot Mad Max, Warlock, Quigley Down Under, Fortress, Pitch Black, and Riddick. There's some nice cinematography in this, and yeah, this was a disappointment for me. I was hoping for more. It does, yeah. I think if you want a post-apocalyptic movie that, you have a better story and more excitement and more action, I'd check out the Mad Max movies. Or The Postman is a good one. And yeah, just the director and writer, I was hoping for more from him. But good cast, great to see Rutger Hauer in action. And yeah, a nice sort of story of redemption and, a player trying to, uh, get something back, get some of his pride back. And, but yeah, check out some of those movies that David Peoples wrote. Like 12 Monkeys is great. Terry Gilliam directed that one. Unforgiven, great script. Like two classics there. And Clint Eastwood Western directed that one. And Lady Hawk and Blade Runner. And Leviathan isn't a bad underwater abyss wannabe. So I think I'm going to be generous and give this a, because I like the cast and it's post-apocalyptic and it's David People's first directing gig. I'm going to give this a 3 out of 5. Now, there you go. Brad MacGuffin reviewing Blood of Heroes, aka Salute of the Jugger. Fini!